Hello, my Virgos. Oh my goodness, I've missed you guys so much, and it's an honor to be here with you. So welcome to my channel. Those of you who are returning, welcome back. Those of you who are new, welcome to you too. So let's get started here. Those of you who have been following me for a while, you know how I operate. The first half of this video will be about your situation. Second half will be about your soulmate, what they're feeling, thinking, going through. Whatever really is meant to come out. I tend to stick to love, but anything can come out in these readings. I'm purely intuitive, and I go by what I feel. Now, keep in mind, this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with all of you out there. Hopefully it does, but if not, you're free to check out your other signs, or other videos that you are guided to. But for something tailored to your specific situation, you will need a private reading, okay? And I do offer live one-on-one readings through a Zoom, and also pre-recorded readings, okay? So let's get started here. So Virgo, I'm getting this like heavy kind of energy in the beginning here, and it feels less heavy. It's more like a heavy, but it's kind of like, I feel like I'm stressed out. I feel like maybe my work obligations are, kind of adding up. It's feeling like I'm being pulled maybe left, right, up, down, and it could even be, a mixture of work, maybe even family obligations, friend obligation. It's feeling like these kinds of things. I feel, I wasn't even going to use this deck, but I'm seeing and feeling this angel of balance coming out. I feel like, funny, right underneath it is patience. There's this energy of, I feel like I want to start off this reading with this, Virgo. I just saw 2:22 on the timer. You can only do so much for other people. You can only be there so much for other people. Sacrifice so much. And, but I feel like there comes a point where you have to know your own limits. And I feel like it's very important to maintain balance in your life. Sometimes, we have to say no. Sometimes we have to just not do something for another person. Or maybe we have to cancel out on this, on that, or, no, I can't do that, but I can do this, and this is kind of what I feel is maintaining balance in your life right now may be what you're guided to do. I'm almost feeling like balance is key here during these, maybe the summer months, or, in this stage of your life, the upcoming stages even of your life. Balance is really key. And I feel like if you practice this, or you can practice this even like from the get-go, and when you start kind of making it known that you're not going to throw yourself off to a certain extent, your surroundings, okay, even people around you, those around you, circumstances, they'll start to recognize that, okay, let me not push Virgo. Or, it's again, like some people may leave, some people may respect it. Either way, balance is key here. And this patience energy is very important, because I feel like it's this kind of graceful energy of right now, okay, if you're feeling like stressed with certain obligations, it's more coming out, I swear, like family or work, okay, or just life demands in general. You must embrace the fact, or like realize, embrace, or just be in this energy of, okay, I'm only one person, and I can only do so much for others. I'm also getting this energy of Okay. It's almost like you may be trying to build a career here, or a business, or a maybe like a certain way of life. Maybe you want to be living here in a certain, I don't know, a year or two, or maybe you want to feel a certain way in your life. And because it's feeling like maybe the material world or your physical surroundings, whatever, your way of life, maybe something that you're trying to balance or change or improve, maybe add some things, get rid of something. What I feel like is balance is key. And I also feel like there is this energy of this Wheel of Fortune. This is what's making me feel this. It's like I'm feeling like with this reading, it's more like, don't be afraid to say no. To, in a way, reject certain things that are being asked of you. Know what is your responsibility, what is not. Know what you owe people, what you don't. And it's kind of like there is this energy, though, of a stressful situation that maybe kind of, you may be either living it maybe in your home, whatever. I feel like there's a call, though, to exercise good judgment, and that you stay balanced. Otherwise, you're of no good to what you're trying to create, if it's a business or whatnot, but also to the people around you as well. You can't be there for them if you're unbalanced. Or, let's say even, one could say, okay, let's say like you're looking at it like, okay, this is unbalancing me. It's throwing me off. Okay. It would be your responsibility to set the boundaries. Vocalize it, number one, but also you have to walk the talk. You saying, okay, whether it's respected or not, that's on them, but okay, you will have to, there's this call to maintain balance in your life. Not doing other people's jobs for them, making sure that it's kind of, everything is fair all around. But I also feel, again, now, sometimes you are, going to have to do some things, right? But keep it in stride, keep it in balance. Don't let it get to a point where you're losing yourself in other people. Even, it is coming out here, even like family, kind of demands, let's say you're like taking care of her, there's some, maybe like a family issue, right? I think there's kind of a call to be very fair in your dealings, okay? With whether it's a parent, brother, sister, whatever. It's an energy of like being fair, okay? I'm also getting this energy here of maybe you're trying to build something for yourself to achieve, maybe like a place, a bigger place, or like secure either a job or like maybe a title. You're trying to build a following or a business. There is this energy of maintaining a proper work-life balance. When it's your time to do that, that's when you're doing it. Especially if it's something like, I don't know, if it's caretaking, or there's a call to balance it out in a better way that is beneficial to both of you. Or really all parties involved. I'm hearing this like, no, I can't do that today. Maybe that simple thing, no, I can't do that today. That answer feels like it's something relevant, or no, I can't do it. It's more like learning how to say no, but sticking to it. I also feel that there is an energy of, I don't know, it's a situation coming out here where you may be like very good at something, okay? You may have connections, you may know people, you may know your skills, you may have big knowledge on something, right? And there is an energy coming through of somebody like trying to, or that you feel that maybe they shortchange you, that you're being used in a way. Because I get an energy of like somebody who maybe, let's say, could pay you more, but doesn't. They may be someone higher in a field who like looks at you as if they can take advantage of you. This feels like somebody who maybe cries wolf and then maybe takes credit for things that they shouldn't. This is somebody who I feel like they know how to work people, or like work a business up. They come out, the way I'm feeling this is almost like they act like maybe they do everything themselves, but they actually have, I don't know, people under them. They kind of build their, I don't know, maybe success on the backs of fame, even like on the backs of others, but they don't really give credit when credit is due. You will have to navigate this energy very carefully. It may be like a situation here where like, okay, you know, maybe I should just do what they want because, you know, I could lose business, I could lose that, you know, it feels like it's kind of a sticky situation involved there. Queen of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. I'm hearing this. If you allow yourself to be used, you will. I think there's more a call here of, you know, knowing maybe when you have to give a little to get a little, but also it's a mixture of that, but not being a doormat. You'd be surprised how certain situations work out. I also feel like, you know, maybe if you're like a very fair and honest person, realize the fact that not everybody out there is. Not everybody is fair like you. Some are, in this world, you know, more into themselves. They only care about themselves. They're inconsiderate of others. And you must kind of realize that or accept that fact, and then that's how you can move forward. If you know someone's out for themselves, you have to accept that. But then that will kind of allow you to navigate your dealings with them in a better way. For family, you know, I'm getting this energy of like there may be like a mother or a father figure who kind of thinks because they're who they are, they get to, I don't know, dictate your life, boss you around, you know, you need to do this. So they may make you, as it, let's say like it's a parent or a child kind of situation. Because it's kind of coming out here like the elder can, you know, do this, do that. Like you need to do what I say. Very hurtful, and I'm feeling like family drama. I almost want to say this, not in all cases. there are some, elders are like people with, let's say like that, because it's more coming out like this argument, like, okay, I'm older than you, or, I'm your parent, what I say goes. That's a little toxic. And it's more coming out in a way like, okay, with, let's say, like adult children. There is a different way that you handle adult children than with, like, let's say a 2-year-old, a 10-year-old. Some parents have a hard time realizing that. Others don't. There's kind of this, it's almost like this energy of, okay, like I raised you, I did this, I did that coming through. And so that invalidates you because I trump you. That is not the case. Not always the case, let's say, because, like when you're younger, this is how you teach people how to be grateful, right? You have to teach a child how to be grateful. But there comes a point, let's say, when the child is all grown up, they're paying their bills, doing their things, doing what they're supposed to do. And just because a parent, demands something of a child, it's like the parent has to realize, okay, well, my child now has their own life. I can't just barge in and dictate now. I think that what I'm getting is there comes a time in life when maybe like a child has to stand up to their parent. And if it's getting to that point, so that a relationship, like an equal kind of relationship, can be established here. Respect is earned, not blindly given. Some people, I think, and let's like broaden it now from the parents. Some people, in this think that, just because they're who they are, they deserve respect, or they are given respect. That can become very toxic. That's not to say you shouldn't respect, let's say, elders. Let's say you see, an elderly person, maybe struggling to food shop, or like, you see them in the store, and, you see them maybe struggling to get something off the shelf. Respect them, go help them, because you may be in that situation one day. It's not this kind of energy. It's more like people trying to control other people's lives. Someone who thinks they have something over you. That's kind of how this is coming out. And I think there's a like knowing when to maybe shut up and just do it, but also knowing when okay to say no, or like, hey, I can't do that right now. Working together, but some energies, you have to just kind of keep a firm like boundary until they get it. Otherwise, like you give an inch, they'll take a foot. Those are the types more where you have to play more hardball. I think depending on your situation, you will know what you need to do. But, this is more, it's very hurtful. It can be. Just know that some people, they have very big egos. Some people, who perceive that they're in a position of, I don't know, it could be like leadership or, again, like kind of that mentor, parent kind of energy is coming out here. Some of you, it's coming out like maybe a separation, like maybe there's a situation, okay, like where you don't, unfortunately, it's coming out like this, where maybe you don't talk to, someone for a few, or like a parent, there's like a rocky relationship with somebody, but that's how maybe respect gets earned. Like, it's heartbreaking though, but it's feeling like maybe it's time, like for you to make your way in this world. I do see like a reconciliation, but it does feel like after a period, a little time apart. Okay, maybe a few months, or whatever, how long it takes, of no, just minimal contact, or this and that, not sharing much, a silent period. All right. That was a rather okay, let me see here now. Okay. I don't know, maybe some of you, there's this energy of like trying to create your life, a new chapter in your life, all tied up, yin and yang. It's about choices. Patience. Again, came out, patience. Some of you may be trying to create a family, trying to get a relationship, and with this kind of thing, like kind of flying out of the nest, there comes a time, right, when you may need to you have to do what's you need to do in order to get a life. King of Pentacles. This also feels like achieving financial stability. It's coming out here like an energy of, if you want to make something in your life or change your life situation, maybe get a relationship, maybe get this, maybe get that, whatever you're trying to do, you will need to set certain boundaries so that you're not in this all tied up kind of energy. It's almost like I'm feeling loyalty being pushed to its limits, okay? And being loyal to someone is one thing, but you also kind of need to create a life for yourself too. Loyalty, what I want to say almost is like loyalty is not slavery. Loyalty is one of those things, that absolutely 100%, right, we must have, right? But it needs to stay within healthy boundaries, healthy place. Loyalty is not slavery. And it's more coming out to like, I don't know if it's, some of you, the situation could be different. It's like maybe parents or pressure from this one, that one. You know, there is, though, an energy of you maybe needing to assert yourself a little more. But it's less with the words, okay? Because we can say a lot of things. It's more with action. Sometimes you don't even have to say it, right? Because I know, and then if you give in, okay, well, okay, that's not really, you said it, but it didn't matter. It's more action. Action is what's going to matter here. It's kind of like if you're loyal to some, okay, you still do things, but it needs to be within a certain limit. Some of you, there is an energy. It's like a masculine energy. It could be a father figure or whether it's a mother or a father. It's coming out, or maybe not even a parent. It could be a boss. It could be a friend. Whatever this is to you, it could be a coworker, a colleague. I don't know if I want to say employee, but it could be like, somebody who you do business with, colleague, coworker. There is this energy of asserting yourself. Okay? Like, I do just an equal amount, so don't try to pull that shit with me. But I mean, you have to say it in a certain way, of course. Okay, now there's a love situation coming out here. Okay, because it may be that you're maybe trying to find love, maybe create a home, move. I'm feeling this. There's a strong energy coming out. Now, whether this is from you or from like a partner, what it's feeling like is, now there is a king and a queen of cups here. Okay? The queen came out a little before the king just now. Okay? What I'm feeling here, though, is there's almost this energy of, in a relationship, right? When getting into relationships, it's something maybe coming from the other one or you, right? Of, like, I don't want to be married. I'm not married to your parents. I'm married to you. Or like, I'm in a relationship with you, not your parents. I think it's this energy of a healthy boundary for those, like, that's ringing a bell with, like with parents or even family. People need to know their place. I also feel an energy of, okay, like maybe when choosing somebody, right? That's when, listen, your family, your friends, close people, more friends, right, to you, they can usually see through a lot of bullshit, okay? And it may be wise, to take advice from others, right? We have to know when to take advice from others. But there is an energy coming through of, like, if it gets to that point, right, of a closer relationship, like an engagement, a marriage, there needs to be certain boundaries in place where, like, family isn't the cause of arguments. And sometimes family does need to be put in their place. Sometimes. When it comes to things like how you're running your household, I don't know, like who's coming over to the party, this, that, and the other thing, how you're setting up the buffet. It's like, don't feel you need to please everyone, like, especially if you're, let's say, it's coming out here like a situation of feeling obligated to please this one, please that one. You need to just have your own, like, they come to your house, it's like kind of your rules. You don't tell me what to do in my house. And if you don't like it, don't come. Devil. All right. There's an energy here now, all right, of a love situation. All right. This feels now like the soulmate. Okay. There may be an energy coming through. I know what I feel. And it's like an energy of, it's like a toxic family. Okay. Whether it's family, friends, whoever this person hangs around. It feels like they may sabotage this person's life a little bit, twists around like their head, says things, like maybe to interfere in their relationships, even when things seem to be going well. These people may also not give this particular soulmate healthy, good advice, when it comes to life. I feel like it's almost like it's one of two situations. It's either there's like a controlling family or like a controlling bond between the family, right, where they kind of just berate them, and it could even be like a little like verbal, like emotionally abusive, like threatening to withhold this if they don't follow the rules or whatever. But then there's also this energy of, it's almost like the other extreme where it's like, I don't give a shit, do what you want. It's like zero advice at all, or just kind of, I don't know, like, whatever floats your boat, whatever makes you happy. Okay, great. Like, that's kind of not good either. And either way, it's like the energy of somebody who kind of just doesn't have an identity or life of their own, a sense of self. They may not have drive in life, also some of them, they may not have I don't know if it's like a stable job, but it's something like, where they don't feel secure in themselves, secure in who they are as a person. Here's what I wake up and do every day. It's almost like there's no passion, but they're looking for it. And it almost feels like it's kind of like an interesting situation of either they're being suppressed by people close to them, or they're not getting any advice at all. Either like zero structure, or it's too rigid. Like, that doesn't, either way, both kind of lead to destruction in a way. If you have no, structure, it's a blob. There's nothing. But if you have too much structure, it can choke and kind of, there's no freedom. It's like too much freedom and then no freedom. That's what I kind of feel. This person may be very unstable, kind of, goes after what they like. I feel also like they made some crappy decisions in love as well in their life. They wonder why their relationships don't work out. They may also be like in this stage of rebounding. I'm hearing like rebounds. Let me see here now. What's going on in love? This may be somebody who you dealt with. Let me see in terms of love. Where it looks like this reading wants to go. That one feels like a... Alright, let me see what steps that person will take. Because some of you it feels like past, some of you it feels like current. I don't know. Let me throw for how it feels like this person is going to kind of proceed for the Seven of Swords. Okay. They're kind of living in an illusion right now. I feel like this also feels like the month of July for some reason. This feels like an energy of avoidance, lying to themselves, doing what's easy, what feels good. But it kind of like supports their toxicity. They may flock to other toxic people. Queen of Cups. They're lying about their feelings. They don't follow their feelings. They don't listen to their gut. They don't trust themselves. Page of Wands. Ten of Pentacles. There is an energy of like a lot of unfulfilling relationships for this person. This feels like a lot of instability in relationships, whether you're with them or if this is someone who you once dealt with. What it feels like is there's like this energy of rebounding, trying to maybe fill a void from a previous one. It feels like they're just, maybe head is in the wrong place, their heart's in the wrong place. I also feel an energy of them for some reason, like, see these queens that are coming out? This feels like people actually that they overlooked. This may have included you, but also there's an energy of, like, them not being able to handle mature energy. Yet that's what they profess that they want, but then when they get a taste of it, they can't reciprocate. That's what I feel. And then they may get into it with, see, look at this Knight of Wands, like other unstable people, like maybe people who, it feels good, but their intents aren't there. They may be interested in other people, and then they fall for them and end up getting hurt over and over again. Avoiding life, I'm getting like energy of like kind of hobbies or this and that, but it's like taken to the extreme, or like they're not being done for the right reasons. It's more to like avoid. There's the Ten of Cups. It's like energy of looking for fulfillment in a relationship where it's not going to be. But then when the actual stable one crossed their path, they got a little used to it, or like a little, I don't know if I want to say arrogant. It's more like an energy of oh, I can't handle this, I'm not good enough for this. It's like, it's so self-destructive. But then they tend to choose the ones who are not stable, and then it feels stable for a while, and then it falls apart. No, see, there's the devil again. Not a stable individual whatsoever. No. And I really feel like it's the people who it's like an energy of people who they're around. They're not getting it. I also feel like they maybe take advice from the wrong people. Like, oh, look at this guy. Look at this girl. She's got this, this, and that. It looks so good. They may be like enamored with social media or appearances. And this almost came out in the Leo reading. Something like the grass is always greener on social media. Let me see here, though, because I feel also like some of you are interested in new love. I think the past one... Let me see, though, for those of you interested in new love. That does feel, though, like maybe somebody who you are currently dating with or are interested. But for those of you in new love, I may make a little tab on the bottom. Let me see. For new love, is there anyone... This actually feels more like, okay, some dating advice first. Okay, 5 of Wands. Chariot. 9 of Pentacles. King of Swords. Okay. First, I feel there's like an energy coming through here for those of you looking for new love. Action is coming out. Like, let's say if you want somebody, you will have to, let's say, fight for what it is that you want. Be prepared to put yourself out there, you know, express your interest, because there is an energy of independence coming out here, right? Singleness, and this is very much Virgo energy. But if you want a relationship, you know, because it feels like here there is independence, right? Being independent, but then there's independence, which is like, you know, that's not really a relationship. It's like, there's being single, but then there's like, are you too single? You know, and I feel like there will be a need to open that up. This is good energy to have, right? But if it's too much in a relationship, too much of this will not work. There is an energy of kind of loosening the reins a little bit. For those of you too who are maybe even getting over, still like healing from an old relationship, take your time, because it's feeling like maybe everybody is annoying you right now, or like, you know, oh, I don't want this one now, and I don't be that's fine. Take your time to heal. This is kind of like pushing away a relationship. And then I feel it's like kind of slowly, gradually getting to a point where, because it feels like the energy, it's like extreme independence. Remember, the extremes, we could stay there for a while, but like that has to be balanced again. Remember balance from the beginning of the reading. So I do feel there is a call for that. Okay, but you will need to kind of put some action towards it when you are ready. There's also this 4 of Cups coming out. The bottom of the deck, it's making me feel I know what I feel. This is like an energy of, okay, Queen of Swords, Virgo, right here. Right here, see the Virgo symbol. This is big time energy of like, okay, not settling, okay? Also, like when I'm saying like healing, and that doesn't mean lowering standards. what I feel is like there's this energy of you may attract even people who are, a little down in the dumps, or, very pessimistic. This kind of energy is not going to work. And I feel like it's better to wait and be single than just give in. Yeah, this is like an energy of, okay, maybe like people who show you interest but are not stable, afraid of this, that, and the other. Reject that. Look past it. Because this is an energy of like heartbreak, kind of, I feel, needing to be healed. You must heal it in yourself, but also they need to do it as well. Maybe even someone like, okay, attached to an ex, still, whatever. You don't want to become the rebound. And at the same time, right, like, not saying you would do this, right, but if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. You don't want to make anybody your rebound. Heal. Now let me see, though, because there is an energy. Let me see, like, what... There may be somebody around you, okay, who is... For those of you who are feeling like you are ready... There are people around you who are confused in what they want. There may even be a Taurus coming through. I feel like a lot of excuses. That one is not relationship material at this time. It just feels like kind of a, maybe they're up very hot and cold, up and down. That one doesn't feel like relationship material. Let me see anything else like coming towards you. Love. Okay, 4 swords. Empress. 8 of swords. Wands. Ooh. Wow. So now the 8 of Cups came out reverse. This is like an energy. I feel like a period of a few months. And I'm feeling like for some reason October may be a time that is relevant here for new love. It may be there's an energy coming through. I know it. It feels like kind of a waiting period, a pause. Then there is an energy of somebody who looks like they're up to par with you. Now, whether it's that one who is coming out that's not relationship material or somebody new, it's feeling like I swear, it feels to me like, okay, if somebody was a little nervous of approaching you or you, them, it just feels like, you know what, screw it. I'm going for it. I'm going to put myself out there. And it feels like things start to develop from there. And it almost feels like maybe even somebody who... I do feel like feelings... it's almost like how do I say this? I keep feeling like October or fall. Because this 8 of Cups feels like, no, don't go. Don't go. I want you to stay. It feels like somebody like expressing their interest for you to be around. Let me see if that feels like a soulmate. That feels like a new perspective. But I feel like too, it's someone maybe who's a little, nervous, this and that. But I think we all will feel that. But it doesn't feel like where that nervousness, or that fear, whatever, where it's debilitating them. I think it's like a natural level of it. A little bit of fear, rejection, this and that. It feels like they're taking the risk with you. King of Pentacles. I think this is someone who recognizes how stable you are, assertive. This may be somebody who you know. This is someone maybe who you know that loves your confidence, loves your assertiveness. There's like an energy of, I don't know, I'm hearing like zero fucks given. It's kind of like you just say your opinion. I feel like this is somebody who, remember that respect thing that I was saying? I almost feel like you didn't care whether you had their respect or not, but you may have said things in a blunt way, respectable way. I feel like this is somebody who you earned their respect over time because of maybe how you expressed yourself, the opinions you gave on certain situations. You may have even given this person advice a while ago, but it feels like this is okay. This is nice. This is maybe even some, who was in a certain boat and now they're kind of recognizing, oh, damn, I'm ready to step it up in my life. Virgo is who I need. This is the type of person that I need in my life now. I feel like you're the angels. This is like an energy of spirit guiding two people together. Just be patient. When I say be patient, that doesn't mean like don't put yourself out there. It just means like, hey, don't lose hope. And also, how do I say this? Queen of Pentacles is you. But see, this Hanged Man, it's feeling like maybe good things take time to blossom. All right, let me see anything coming towards you. I'm feeling guided towards that. Anything coming towards you, it can be anything. Okay, the World. Eight of Pentacles. Tower. King of Cups. Wow, I cut the deck and there's the King with the Queen of Pentacles. There is an energy here of, I feel like you are doing things in a very, almost I want to say like the right way, the respectable way, the honorable way. It's feeling like you're doing things independently. This kind of energy, it feels like you will be... Towers. This tower makes me feel an energy of like a change, but it's like when you least expect it, somebody kind of comes along and appreciates who you are, what you do. It's almost like I'm hearing like a helping hand from the universe, a helping hand from God, a helping hand. This almost feels like maybe karma. There's the Queen. You see, the King and the Queen came out, and then now there's the King and the Queen of Cups. This is a new relationship forming, where I feel there will be interdependence. Interdependence. Okay, so Virgo, let me just get a closing message for you. Independence. Okay, I feel like, and now the yin and the yang is here. Consider this. It's like an energy of independence, right? And remember, everything in life, right, has yin and yang, let's say, right? There is positive, negative, right? This is the nature of this kind of existence. Independence is a good thing, right? Self-sufficiency is a good thing. The yin and the yang, I feel, is calling upon you to kind of ask yourself, can there be too much of a good thing? Is there such a thing as too independent? Always remember, I feel like I want to say, like, our greatest strengths can also be our greatest weaknesses. Too much independence, right, could lead us to not asking for help when we actually do need it. You could be making life harder for yourself for whatever reason. That's just, I feel, food for thought. This Ace of Swords. This feels like the truth. I feel like this. There's a double message coming through. Let's say you may know the truth about some things. Just because some people don't listen to it. What am I trying to say is, like, you can't kind of beat the truth into people. If they're ready to hear it or listen, they will. Some people hear it, but they're not ready to accept it. That is something that you cannot beat yourself up over. But also there is this energy of, like, your inner truth, your feelings, your whatever it is within you. There is more of an energy coming out here of, like, okay, like, there are some things in life, right? Like, even for our friends, right? Our partners, our romantic partners, husband, wife, right? Like, our inner feelings. Not everything that goes on within us, like, you know how, I'm almost trying to say, like, there are certain things, right, that like, I know that I'll go through, let's say, I'm feeling that, like, I know, like, really, that nobody cares about, and it's okay that they don't care. Not that they don't care, but it's more like it's not their problem, but it's not that they don't care. Like, but they don't need to hear every little minute, minuscule detail, nor do they need to be responsible for every minute, minuscule detail of my feelings. I hope I said that in the right way. I had this discussion, it was funny, like, with my best friend a few nights ago. And it's like, we understood each other when we said that. It's like, it's not that I don't care, but I don't care. But it's not that I don't care, but I don't care. Like, with certain things in life that, our people are going through. And it's like, but I think we know, like, we got what we said. We got it. And I think it's more getting to this point of, like, hey, there are some things that, not that I don't care, but that's your job to balance out, not mine. And I don't need to keep hearing it, or I don't need to hear it. It's okay. It's not that I don't care. It's that, but I actually, like, in the grand scheme of things, I don't. I hope that makes sense. final message, Virgo. This is for some of you out there. There are some people in this world who do, it's not everybody, right? But who are jealous of you, who do want to just use you, and who will get mad when you set boundaries. You can't worry about that. Those are the types of people that it's like, know who's using you and who's not. Look past that energy. People are using you. Truly using you. And be it for money, this, that, the other thing. It's less an energy of like, you don't need to fight with them. You just, it's like this energy of silence, ignoring. It's not like you don't even worry about it. It's not your concern. I also get an energy, of like, again, like doing other people's jobs. Okay. There's like this time, sometimes you can't worry about it. It's not your concern. Let's say it's some coworker texting you while you're home or something. Like, that's not my problem. Like, you don't need to answer. You don't need to, it's not your priority, not your concern. Somebody who can't do their job. You reply when or if you want to, but it's not your problem. I also feel like maybe in someone who thinks like, oh God, you should care about this because blah, 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 blah. And like, just know who's using you and who's not. That's what I feel. All right. So that's what I feel, Virgo. This was a much longer reading than I normally do, but I felt it had to come out. So I hope this resonated with you for some of you out there, and I'm sending you much love. Bye-bye now.